from Lambton-Kent-Middlesex.
Well, Mr. Speaker, my question today is to the Premier. The government recently made significant changes to the estate administration tax, including the threat of harsh fines and jail time for estate trustees. Speaker, Ontario families deserve compassion when dealing with the death of a loved one. But it's clear that when the Liberal government made these changes, their priority was the bottom line and getting their cut of the estate as quickly as possible. Mr. Speaker, does the Premier honestly believe that it is the reasonable approach to generate $143 million of government revenue on the backs of dead people and their grieving families?
President Treasury Board.
Thank you, Speaker, and I do understand that the member has introduced a bill that looks to amend the estate administration tax. This is very interesting, Speaker, because it was in fact implemented in 1998 by the very party that he represents today, Speaker. So let's be very, very clear. The government has not introduced a new tax on estates. The government has not changed the amount of estate administration tax. It has not changed the way the tax is calculated, Speaker. So let's be very clear. What the member is doing is he's looking to reduce the taxes paid by the very most wealthy people in this province. So let's be clear about what this is. He wants to cut taxes for the most wealthy, which results in cutting services to everyone else.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, back to the Premier. Not only is this a tax imposed on grieving families, it's a tax levied on the charitable bequests and donations of the deceased. So if someone leaves a portion of their estate to a local charity after they're gone, this government collects a tax on the amount of that donation. Shame. The federal government has been introducing incentives to encourage giving to charity, while this Liberal government is profiting from charitable donations. Shame. Speaker, my question to the Premier is this. Why does she find it necessary to nickel and dime grieving families and charities?
Minister?
Speaker, so again, let's be very clear. We are not looking at increasing the amounts. We are not looking at a new tax, Speaker. The member opposite wants to cut taxes on those who have the most. Speaker, on this side of the House, our focus is making sure that those who need the most benefit the most. On that side of the House, they want to benefit those who have the most.
Thank you. Good question. The member from Nickel Belt.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is pour la Première ministre.